Hello everyone, this is Shadowo. This is the first time I am recording some of my Magic the Gathering Arena videos. I have never done any recordings before, but I really enjoy talking through my turns, and so I figured I might as well not talk to myself and actually talk while I'm recording, so I can go back and reference this, and maybe there's some entertainment value or some learning value from others, and I would definitely recommend or I would like to get feedback on my plays, any criticisms that there is, I'm more than happy to hear. I've been playing Magic for about 3 years, 3 or 4 years now. Um, not competitively at all, but more casually with friends and definitely online. I watch a lot of online videos, so to kind of get strategies and understanding of the formats there. Mainly draft and limited. Uh, I don't have any paper Magic or constructed decks past those formats. But definitely wanted to record some. So I want to start by showing off this, the common red deck wins deck. Let me go to it. So this is kind of my own take on red deck wins. It's a very similar match, or sorry, a very similar pick of cards that you would see online. I have a few differences here that I haven't seen much. Um, in play, and I actually kind of like them quite a bit. I do see some benefits, but definitely some things to consider and think about. So it's a very basic setup. You got your firebrands, magma sprays. I only have three here. I probably want to throw another one in later. I just don't have the last one and don't really want to craft it. Rigging runners, I'll get to why I like these more than some of the other choices. Soul Scar Mage, it's a great card. It has a lot of good effects. The effect actually comes up more often than not. Kenra, another great card. Trailblazer, Lightning Strike, and the On-Crop Crasher. This is a great card. Um, Definitely feels overpowered, especially for non-common. The Goblin Chain Whirler, another good card that was released in Dominaria. The first strike actually matters quite a bit. The effect, you look at it and you're like, okay, I guess that's kind of cool. It does one damage to everyone, and to the opponent. It's actually stronger than I think people give it credit for. The Soul Scar Mage works really well with it because it can -1/-1 on any creature out there. And there's a lot of, this. I think this deck struggles with quick go wide strategies like Merfolk, vampires. Uh, it's a sh- it's a those matchups are a little bit tougher. If you get removal early on, it's easy. But if they go wide on you really quick, it can be a headache. Squee, I like Squee. Squee's great. Probably not the best for this deck. I would probably eventually replace him. I mean, he's great for this deck in particular, the one I've kind of built. Um, I got kind of like Goblin theme going on. Uh, I have won the games with him. This guy, he can attack nonstop, right? If you attack and gets blocked, oh well, you just resummon him. He's almost like an unblockable, unless they have something bigger than two toughness, obviously. But he can be quite annoying for some players, so that's nice. Now I had three Wizards Lightning before, and I reduced it to two. It's a good card. It only works with the Skull Scar Mage, so it usually is 3 mana to cast, which can be quite a lot, especially in a red deck wins deck. So I figured two might be better. I still want to think about that more. We got a Hazoret. Again, great finisher. The discard effect is also kind of nice if you're kind of flooding. Phoenix, I would like to probably get one more of these in here. I love Phoenix. It is susceptible to other decks that I kind of struggle with, especially if it gets exiled. That's a pain. I think blue white you can struggle with it. Really all your high end for blue white is not fantastic because of the exile and destroy effects. Um, you really want a strong early game. So I really, and you want some solid finishers that don't directly attack, and that's why I kind of built this deck with the Siege Gang Commander. I got two of these from a draft, and I love them. I think they're fantastic. The fact that you can sack and do 2 damage to face, or in fact any target is just incredible. By itself, it does 8 damage total. So you get 3 tokens plus itself, so you get 8 damage total. And that can probably be done over the course of 2 turns if you really want. If you have 5 mana by the time you cast him, you can do 2 goblins the first turn, two the next. In combination with like random map ruins and Sunscorched Desert, that's a lot of non-attacking damage that you can do. So that's why I think it's great. I think the cost is very high. 5 mana is pretty high for this deck, and you don't get to that often. You kind of want to finish the game before you get that. But it's unrealistic to just say you're always going to win early game. I don't think that's realistic with this type of deck. There's a lot of defensive uh, decks in the meta right now. Blue white, uh, a few other of those like black control. Those are kind of tough. So I don't think it's just you can just win just before turn five. So I think it's realistic to get a CGK commander in. I might want to reconsider how many lands I have here. 18, 22. I don't think that's enough. I think there needs to be two more lands in there. I don't know what cut. Maybe a rigging runner or two. Maybe the Trailblazer. I could see maybe a rigging runner and a Trailblazer. So it's something for me to consider. That'll help on my higher end. But the early game is also extremely important. So it's tough. If you have any feedback on that, comments would be great. In fact, you guys can see uh, eh, my curve here, or my average cost 2.24. So I'm not great with land configuration. I think you want to do 24. 22 is a little bit too much, especially for a deck that caps out at 5. So maybe I want to go to 24. I have had some issues casting him in the past, but not many. Not really, not many. With that being said, the deck kind of obviously struggles against decks that can stabilize, matchups that can stabilize themselves really quickly. Especially if they start getting their exile effects going, they start getting some high toughness creatures. I have problems with almost mono green elf decks for some reason, just because when they get those fat creatures out, you run out of ways to stop attacking in, right? Your Crasher's great, but you eventually run out of ways. That's why I like the Gang Commander. You can also just do direct damage to face, and by that time, when they get those big green creatures out, they're getting pretty low. They're 10, 12, maybe 8 if you're lucky. So that's why I kind of like this. It's definitely going to talk out and think it through. Obviously, these lands are just insane and crazy. Sacking a desert, especially sacking a Sunscorched desert, is very powerful. I would throw more deserts in. There's a couple deserts I was considering putting in. I didn't do it for like Dunes of the Dead seemed cool. There's a one that I don't have crafted that I was thinking about doing that I see other people running on occasion. Let's see. Uh, like where was it? I think it's not hostile. Scavenger Grounds, that's the one. So exiling all cards from all graveyards is really good for the decks that are graveyard decks. Um, I think that's a strong benefit. You just throw one of those in, and it works well with the ruins. The reason why I don't throw it in, and haven't crafted it, is because having the Goblin Chain Whirlers, you really want to make sure you keep enough mountains out there. There are a lot of times where I actually cannot cast like two one drops on turn two because I only have a mountain and a Sunscorched Desert. That's rough. Paying the life is not horrible. I'm okay paying the life. Um, it can be rough when you're playing against like a mono red deck like this. Other than that, I just think one more desert might be too much. I really need the red mana. It's important to get as much red mana as possible. I mean, obviously, red deck wins, right? So that's kind of my lineup. Uh, Definitely feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. It's probably not overly unique. I tried to build a Goblins deck, but didn't really come together yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and continue quick constructed. Now, I started this, when have gone through this. I'm at 6 wins now. I probably average 4 to 5 right now. I'm gold 2, I believe. I average 4 to 5 wins with this deck. I struggle sometimes depending on the matchup. Let's go ahead and get match going and see how it goes. The Laminator rank 3. So yeah, okay, I'm rank 3 gold. I guess I was off there. Actually, not quite sure how the rankings really line up. I guess you could go all the way up to rank 1 gold. So seems like I feel like I'm pretty high for my skill level. I'm not sure if I'm that high. Okay, let's see. Bet you he keeps. He does keep. So this is a tough one. I I kind of like it because I got 3 1 drops. I've only got one mountain. That's pretty dangerous. I've got a lightning strike, which is nice too if I have to do some removal. I'm thinking I keep it. Having the high end, the Siege Gang Commander and the Chain Whirler, knowing that I might draw Sunscorched Desert, um, is a little bit risky, so these might be kind of dead cards, but they're such good finishers. I don't know if I want to throw it away. I really wish I knew what deck was he was playing. Sideboarding would be great. Um, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna go Firebrand turn one. Oh, he goes first. That could be more problematic. Well, I'm on the draw, so maybe keep. Oh, so I guess I'll keep it. I'm on the draw, so maybe I'll draw a mountain, which is good. If not, I'm hoping he doesn't play anything turn one, so I can attack him with Firebrand. In fact, turn two is what I really care about. So I'll go ahead and just attack in because I want that Rigging Runner to come down. It's not the worst thing if I actually just put my Soul Scar Mage down. I definitely want to. I definitely would like a mountain. That would be great. No. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so no mountain. A mountain would be great because then I could have attacked in, done Rigging Runner and Soul Scar Mage. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with the Firebrand. I don't think you would have anything here, and then get down the Rigging Runner. Now, Rigging Runner is actually great against vampires if that's what it is, because it can really block a lot of the vampires until they get huge. Definitely looking for that other mountain though. Chefette Dunes. Something to, I often will forget about these deserts, and they can be a big blowout if you do forget about them. Um, when you're doing your blocks too. Oh, Doomfall. Let's see. Choose a non-land card. Okay, well, he's gonna be surprised I have no lands here. Guessing he takes the Phoenix. I wouldn't take the Siege King Commander. I'm way too far from it, especially you've seen no lands. He could actually take the Soulscar Mage too, a Lightning Strikes, because I'm not, I don't have a lot of mana. What would I do if I was him? Vampires, probably take the Phoenix, because vampires don't have a lot of flyers. They do have decent removal though, but Phoenix is tough to remove. I would take the Phoenix. Hopefully I draw a land here. Oh, what did he take? Really? Took a Lightning Strike? Makes me think he does have some things coming up. Really sad I didn't draw the other land there. But actually, I'm not doing too bad. By He's at 15. I dropped my 3 1 drops. Now if I can just draw lands for the rest of the game, that'd be great. Like in theory, I could just draw lands for the rest of the game and be great. Because Hazard can just discard them. Siege Gang Commander takes advantage of kind of being a little flooded. Um, Chain Whirler is great against one drop, like the one toughness, but he would have taken that if he had a lot of one toughness, I think. Because getting to 3 is not. Oh, that's a rough card. It's a little slow, and I'm a little fast here. So even with 1 mana, I'm still doing a lot of damage to him. I mean, I'm gonna be doing uh 3, 4, 5 this turn. This is pretty slow. It's interesting to see this. It must make me. He's got like a white black control deck. I'm not. I've seen this Profane Profession a few times in Constructed. It's a fantastic card in Draft. Um, but I want to see him throw his next card up. That will tell me a lot. He's at 10. If I get another man, I got Lightning Strike. He just probably didn't want to get burned out. That's why I took the Lightning Strike. Okay, Chupacabra. Probably kills the runner for sure. Yeah. If I get a land. Okay, well, I'm gonna kill him with 1 drops. Um, I'm actually getting in trouble here. The the profane procession will become bad. Like it really ruins like the rest of my hand. I have to burn him out. So I'm okay with 1 drops. If I can get that lightning strike online, that would be great. I don't even want to waste. Actually, he probably doesn't know. I'm okay with this actually. Watch, if I attack here and he blocks, I can just -1/-1 him. Like it's still 1-for-1 trade, but I think I'd rather keep my Soulscar Mage. Then I can play Rigging Runner. If I was him, still taking that away is doesn't feel great because that takes his turn away. He takes 2, potentially 6, which puts him down to 4. Still need some more burn here. I need the mountains. Oh god. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Now I need to get some lands going. Ugh, ugh. Stuck on one land is really hurting. That's what I was thinking about putting in additional lands. Yeah, that's a bummer to see too. Can't keep getting these one drops. I guess I'm fine with it. I just don't. That's a rough card to deal with. So it is a night deck. It's weird night controlled. Yeah, it's just a great card. I mean, I would run that even not a night deck. Um, yeah, I don't attack. I guess I could have bluffed it, like attacked in and threatened. Well, no, I can't threaten anything. I mean, the Magma Spray doesn't deal with that, even if I had a Firebrand. If he throws something down large, yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. He probably attacks. Yeah, he's Vigilance anyways. Okay, I I could use a land. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I would really want to draw. Oh, not that. Especially with my wizard, it just died. So Scar Mage. I just end. I can't do anything here. So I don't like to concede too early, but if I know there's just not a lot of ways to catch up, I will concede. Profane Profession is a Procession, sorry, is a really tough card to deal with at this stage now. I can't drop anything that would be useful. What I could draw is just a bunch of if I draw okay, so he's got 4 turns to kill me. If I draw a land, lightning strike him. Okay, if I draw a land and lightning strike him, he goes down to he'll go down to 4. If I draw another land and Wizard's Lightning him, he'll go down to 1. And then I have to draw another burn to kill him. But these things are great. These decks are great with lifelink. I got 3 turns. I didn't draw it. I think I lose here. Because like even if I draw land and boom, uh, and then God damn, really flooded, huh? So that was definitely bad to keep the one lander. Definitely probably shouldn't do that. I mean, the deck has enough creatures where it will make sense in the future. I mean, I did do decent for having one land the entire game. Um, Even if I draw a land here, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede here. Um, all right, well, that is my first video. I guess we'll go into a little bit more here. I'm gonna stop here and review the recording and see if it came out nice, and then I'll be back for more. Thank you very much.